Sirio is now all of the fire signs. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Probably 35 or under, but again, these are general readings. This also could be a female. So if it's a person, it's a troublesome person. They tend to cause chaos. They leave a lot of chaos in their wake. They make a lot of promises they don't keep. They're impetuous to their own detriment and sometimes to the detriment of other people. So this is essentially all of the bad. You know, there's good and bad of every element, good and bad of every sign. This is essentially all the negative aspects to fire signs, but not all fire signs are bad. There are good fire signs out there, but yeah, when they're operating from that darker shadow side, it is, you know, jumping into things they're not ready for. So this person could be presenting a challenge with you. It's a karmic challenge with Yara here. This is not the first lifetime you've been in with this person. You may find them, though, pushy or overbearing with Urus here. So, and I apologize for the shooting. Many of you, my regular subscribers know I live near the police academy, and you know, today's target practice day, and it's also always the day I'm recording, so I apologize for that. I also apologize because my battery light is blinking, and I'm going to have to change those before I can go on, but we will continue talking about this challenge. There's a couple of different ways it's coming through, but let me fix that up, and I will be right back. And on with the show. Sorry about that, Capricorn. But as I was saying, this could be somebody who is, you're finding pushy or overbearing when they're trying to push you into doing something or that you don't want to do. This could be somebody you're in a relationship with that's trying to move ahead more quickly or jump in more quickly than you're ready for, Capricorn. You know, you're an earth sign. You tend to like to take things a little bit slower. So it could be that you need to match up your paces here. So, yeah, this could be a romantic partner, a family member, a coworker, anyone. And it doesn't have to be a fire sign. This could be just someone embodying those traits, kind of trying to bully you into doing something that you don't want to do, or bully you, make you move faster on something that you don't want to move that quickly on. You want to take your time with. But yeah, as I was saying, this is definitely like a karmic situation or relationship. So what I mean by that is it could be somebody in your life that you're karmically supposed to learn something from this relationship. You know, or somebody you are karmically connected to. This is not the first life you've had, and you know that. So that tends to be our family members, definitely people we are in intimate relationships with or partnered up with. You know, so, and sometimes it's just situational in that it's a new person, but I've been in this situation before. So your challenge is dealing with this person in a level-headed way. And also with Yara here, it can indicate that, you know, this is somebody that you're trying to get, you know, you're in a legal battle with. This can be a divorce. It can be, you know, you dealing, like going to battle in some way at maybe involving the legal system. Maybe you put a restraining order against this person, and they're breaking the rules, or maybe even you're hoping they will so that you can get more protection or take this to the next level. But for many of you, I don't feel like that, like it's going that far. It's more of just a challenging energy to deal with. This is someone whose energy is very different than yours, and you see them as chaotic and very just kind of all over the place. Whereas you're more calm and calculated, and you move more at a slower pace. So in the present energy, it could also be a family member. I think I mentioned that, though, trying to get you to do something or help them, or, you know, and then making you feel guilty when you don't want to do it or whatever. In the present energy, so this would be the end of October, moving into November, we've got the Two of Swords in reverse. And this is what it looks like upright in this deck. In the reverse, so here we are talking about the blindfold coming off, because in the upright, this is about, you can kind of feel caught in the middle of a situation. But in the reverse, it's indicating you're no longer feeling that way, or you're taking yourself out of the equation. You're taking yourself out of the loop in some situations. So again, going back to work, you may be taking yourself out of this loop or the situation or the team in which you have to deal with this person, or taking steps to do that. Feihu is here in reverse. So some of you may be quitting a job, or you're thinking about it. You're talking about it. You're like, I'm not going to deal with this chaos anymore, or this scattered silliness anymore. So you may be, some of you, it's just, I've hated this job for 100 years and now I'm taking off the blindfold. I'm no longer going to ignore that or pretend like that's not how I feel about it. And I'm gonna get out of here. Some of you, I always hate to say this, but when I have Feihu in reverse, it can mean you're laid off or you do lose a job. But in this case, it's going to be a job you wanted to get out of anyway. So this can happen when we wait too long to do something. The universe will step in and like, okay, you had the chance, but you waited too long, so now we're just going to pull that rug right out from under you. But it's going to motivate you to go out and get a different job that you're going to like a lot more. Is often the way that works. Or it's going to utilize you to really kind of reassess, okay, what skills do I have? What was I using there? What was I not using? What would I like to use in my next position? So, but just a heads up, Capricorn, that is not going to be how it's working out for all of you. For some of you, this is just saying this family member wants to borrow money from you, or they're really kind of coming to you with a sob story of, maybe they lost their job. Can I borrow some money? And you're kind of like, this is not the first time this has happened. This is not the first time your chaotic, silly decisions have landed you in hot water. I can't keep bailing you out. I don't want to keep bailing you out. It's time you grew up. You're an adult, act like one. Is the energy here. But yeah, this can also, because this is, when it's in the upright, kind of a stalemate situation. This is the ending of a stalemate. So it could be somebody's financial loss or bad luck financially. Is bringing them back around or back into your life. Like those karmic situations and relationships tend to do. They go out, they come back. What'd you learn? Are you going to handle this the same way you handled it last time? The blank rune is here, indicating that someone's life has really, really changed. And that's not surprising with Feihu in reverse. With the loss of a job, that really can, or the loss of money, or something of that nature, that really can change our perspective on things and change our lives in a big way. But this can also be an offer that's withdrawn, Capricorn. Like, you may be saying, yes, I'll help you if, to this person. And then they refuse to kind of meet your criteria and you withdraw the offer. So that's in the present. So maybe when you're watching this video, or happening at the end of October into November, you could already be coming in with this energy. Capricorn already started last month for many of you. The help that's going to be available to you, you've got the Five of Swords in reverse. Here's what it looks like in the upright in this deck. And let's see what's coming through with these runes here, clarifying. Well, the help is someone got themselves into a no-win situation and now they're having to fight and really kind of grow up to get out of it. So Capricorn, I really think your reading this month is about someone close to you, someone else, but coming to you because their poor decisions, their poor treatment, their lying and breaking promises have gotten them into a sticky situation. But also, this can be you quitting a job. Again, I can't win here. I'm never going to advance. There's nothing left for me to do here. The help is realizing that and saying, hey, I'm going to go get something that I really, I'm going to go after something I really want. This is also very goal oriented as well. Like, I'm setting new goals, and I'm setting goals that are in line with what I want to do, not with what you want me to do. So yeah, there's something with a frustration and a block that's either motivating you to change course and change direction in a positive way that's more in line with your goals, your intentions. And this will be a goal that you're passionate about, something that you want to go after, not, and that's not usually the case when it's somebody telling us what to do, right? Or a by rote routine job where we're filling out Excel forms all day. If you love Excel and formulas and all that, more power to you. That, you can be creative in that as well. I'm not saying you can't, but if you're really not feeling fulfilled doing that, then this can be a bit of a wake-up call here. But you have runes of victory here. So whatever this no-win is, it's a victory for you, or will be. And you know that. I don't feel like this is new information, Capricorn. I really feel like everything I'm saying with Lagos here, the road of intuition, it's like I've known this forever. This is just like a confirmation of, yes, I need to do this. And I think in November, you're taking the steps to do this. You're taking the steps to go after goals that you really want, or go after people that you really want, not people who let you down and don't fulfill their promises. So this offer being withdrawn could be in a relationship, although this is normally associated with work and money. This could also be, I'm going to kind of take myself out of this relationship. This isn't working for me anymore. It's going to be different it's going to play out differently for, certain Capricorns. And for some of you, it'll be work. For others, it's a relationship, not necessarily romantic. Again, if someone's offering, wanting your help or wanting your assistance in some way for something they got themselves into, I feel like you're going to have criteria, and you should have criteria. Like, you're going to have, okay, but this, you have to do this, and this, or you have to pay me back, especially if it's a loan. What must be accepted for November? You've got the 9 of Rods. So this is, you're almost at the end of a situation, but this is kind of like waiting for the next battle. Goes in line again with this energy. This person who's always kind of, again, causing problems, wreaking havoc, and then you have to confront them. Or, situations like that are kind of chaotic, that keep appearing at work, and you always have to be the one to clean up the mess or confront the situation or argue or disagree. Because the 9 of Rods is all about, I fought so many battles, and I know there's another one coming. It's like, this is the calm before the storm. I'm just waiting for the next one. I'm just waiting for the next, where I got to go in and fight. Or defend my stance, or defend myself. And you're just really, this is the card of being battle weary. Like, you're just really tired of the nonsense, of being used, because Aeol is here in reverse. You feel taken advantage of in some way, and you want it to stop, Capricorn, because you want, Esau is saying, I want to freeze this, and I want to end this, I want to separate, I want a divorce, I want to quit this job, I want to leave this situation, I don't want to have anything to do with this person anymore, whoever it may be. You're just a little too patient. But this is saying you need a new partnership. So, if you're single, you're tired of going it on your own. You're tired of being lonely or being alone or feeling isolated, like you have no support. You're tired of people only calling you when they need something. That's what this rune is all about. Or at work, people only being nice to you when they need something from you and then not appreciating it. You need a new partner, a new work partnership. And a partnership can be, a business partnership, but it can also be you and a company. That's a partnership. I need to get out of here and partner with a new company or partner with someone else who understands me. If you are in a business partnership or even like working on projects with certain people, again, maybe their pace is not matching up to yours. Maybe they're not as into it as you are, or maybe you're not feeling as into it as they are. And you need to partner up with somebody who's more kind of a go at your pace kind of person. Need is here, the root of necessity. You need a change in some sort of partnership, whether it's romantic, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's coworkers, whether it's the company you work for. You need a change or a completely new partnership. Esau here is indicating, though, there's some kind of breakup or breaking away, or, whether you're breaking up with a job or a person, it needs to happen. Some of you are dating someone that you're like, we're always fighting. I can't argue with this person anymore. They don't understand me. They're using me either for my money or for sex, or there's something where you feel like it's very, it's all about them and their needs. They only call you when they want you. They, or they need something from you, or they need you to come pick them up. And you're like, I'm done. I want a partner. I don't want to be somebody's parent. Just saying, Capricorn. For the message that applies to those of you that applies to, you know what I'm talking about, because that's the way you're feeling. Now, the outcome of November, we have the Four of Swords, and it's like, oh my God, a break, a retreat. I'm pulling away. I am taking a break. I'm gonna go into my man cave or lady cave, and I'm closing the curtains. Don't bother me. Because Haggle is here. So there's something in November that is unexpected, but it's unexpected chaos. It causes a ripple effect and shakes things up. Causes an argument, but again, this is the number 9 of rods. This is par for the course. This is just what happens. This is not the first argument, not going to be the last, but almost the last if you make it the last, Capricorn. Or it's the, it's just today's annoyance at work. But, and for many of you, this could be the Thanksgiving holiday. If you live in the United States, you could be taking a break. Maybe you're not traveling and going home this year. You're going to just stay at home. And you're going to get a chance to recharge and rest. And you really do need it. So if you can make it less chaotic in some way, and maybe just do a staycation, or maybe take the whole week if you have to travel for the holidays. You need some rejuvenation time, Capricorn. You need to be able to relax and just plug in and reboot your energy. And I think about some of you, what your exit strategy is for whatever this situation is and how it's playing out. Because events in November or things that come up is just going to be the last wand. Almost, anyway. I don't know that you've got room for one more. I don't think you've got room for that 10 of Wands to come in. It's really time for you to make your exit. And you need more time for you, or you need more time to do what you want to do and the things that you want to do, and collaborate with the people you want to collaborate with, and partner with the kind of company that you does what you want to do, a job that you feel passionate about.